autos into it for the Ren value as possible. TP's coming in, and now the equalizer going to zone Cuz a little bit, but he's still in the pit. He's still got excellent value here, excellent position on this one as in he goes, and Cuz will get the smite. Canyon immediately dies, and he's just not in this fight anymore. Keen's super low, doesn't have the Zhonya's, and now the follow-up comes in from the rest of the team as they are just rolling over Gen G. KT looking for the ace, and they will have it after the Drake.
There's that Wukong value. Cuz gets the smite, gets Canyon, gets the team fight. It's a 5-for-0 ace. KT crushed Gen G in the fight. They get Dragon, they're looking for Atakan too, and they're looking to win this series.
They want to go to Worlds so bad. This fight was just all them the entire time.
They create so much space with the Maokai ult, and they just wait out the equalizer. BDD goes in, they turn onto Canyon, and then BDD goes forward. We can buy so much time with the stasis. Then 2 members already down for Gen G. Cuz pushes forward, ults Ruler. He doesn't get to play the game.
Yeah.
Tries to get the reset, just fails there. But even if he got it, he was dead anyway. And Chovy just gets run down. The engage power. We went to game 5. So many engage picks were gone.
Oh, Duro. Oh no.
Oh no.
Not like this. He's okay, but he does have to flash and heal.
It was KT who said, you know, forget the Rumble. We want the Wukong. We want the Maokai. And even picked up Lissandra in the BDD. They were like, we need the engage picks when, you know, there weren't many available. And they're just making it work so well. And I think it's the angles as well that BDD is finding in these fights. Just working to great effect. And now, you know, Chovy's ahead 50 gold, but it's a 506 Lissandra.
50 gold. Wow, he's really got huge stacks there.
Yeah,
I mean, this is...
I mean, look at Cuz, 417 on this Wukong.
And they have been the core for so long of this team, BDD and Cuz. And now they have 3 friends who can get it done with them. Yep. It finally feels like they've landed on something that works.
We saw this team get beat down in the Legend group again and again and again and again. And by Gen G, just unable to match them. And now they are so close, but they still need to close the game out. It's 2 dragons apiece. They are down in some ways in terms of they don't have feats of strength, but they are up in gold for the first time in this game. And 2.5 minutes on the Hextech Soul. Baron's up and available. If they can find another big fight, it probably would be enough to push them over the edge. And I feel like, you know, we said it coming out of the draft, is that this game, these comps are pretty snowbally. And just haven't really seen Gen G win a fight, win a 5v5. They had the lane pressure, but that's all they really had.
Yeah, none of the fights have really looked under their control. Like, you mentioned the space creation. I feel like the Lissandra Wukong is just unbeatable.
It's just, you know, we've seen the Rise group combo of the Wukong Annie be so effective. This just feels like a different flavor.
Rise group knew it the entire way.
You just pick...
Legend group just wasn't paying attention.
Pick like a CC heavy utility mid laner plus Wukong equals win. Yeah. It can't be beat.
Perfect now. A level and a half up. They're looking for BDD here. And
so hard to catch, though.
It's just Chovy. Like, Canyon's taking the Hex Gate into the jungle. They're going to get the TP out of Perfect, kind of an awkward spot for him. He's probably going to have to flash out of this one. Exhaust comes down. He's just going to hold on to it. He says, I'm dead. Nothing I can do. And, I mean, he's right for now. And now Gen G, up a man, they're looking at the Baron.
That was a big overstep from Perfect, TP'd into a bad spot, and now it needs to be a 4v5 for the Baron.
I mean, what are they gonna do? They just gotta try to send it and hope that Duck Dom has enough damage to poke through everyone. Duro waiting with the hostile takeover, just waiting for the right moment, and there it goes. They get the engage onto that front line. Down goes Canyon. They don't have a smite right now. And no, down goes Cuz as well. The Baron goes to Gen G, but BDD is doing so much work in the zoning there. The Thralls get the kill on a Ruler, and Chovy just barely gets away. They hold onto the Baron, and Gen G are still in this one with the Baron on Chovy.
Just about such a chaotic fight. Both junglers going down, but it was Keen who got the Baron in the end. Managing to pull through on that one, and Chovy, the last man standing for Gen G. It was nearly a reset for Ruler coming through. Ends up being a misplay here. So BDD isn't really caught because, I mean, he's on Lissandra. He manages to claw away. And then here the TP comes in. And I think he could have just used the portal. But ends up trying to run around. Yeah, makes a mistake here and then gets just killed. And then KT moved to try and contest. And this ended up super hectic with how this one panned out. The Hex Gates, BDD's been using them fantastically to get in the pit here. They go in and create this absolute chaotic situation. But Cuz gets focused down immediately. And then it's Keen who ended up getting the Baron. And then here, this Zhonya's plus the Arcane Shift away from Dokdam to stop the Ruler reset was huge, but it's still Chovy with the Baron. Chovy, level 18. And it's 17-7 in favor of KT, but they are down 2,000 gold.
It's such a close game, and yes, the TF is going to skew those numbers, but this TF is very online. Yeah, basically full build. I mean, all he's got to do is finish the orb.
I will say, though, some of the items he has aren't as inspiring as, like, BDD. Like, BDD has, like, a Rabadons, you know, and, like, Chovy.
The classic damage builds.
Chovy has some, they're not as damage-focused, you know. Like, his stun card, he's not got, like, the one-shot stun card build or anything like that. He obviously is very mobile, very fast, and a lot of haste with the Cosmic Drive. But, yeah, we did see Dragon get picked up, I believe, by Perfect there. So he was first back up, because obviously he died first. So he picked up Hextech Dragon, so there, one away from Soul. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that anything that happened in that Baron passage play was a good thing, but KT did manage to at least get one away from Soul out of that, but they did put themselves in a precarious position. It's crazy that Ruler's 3-4-4, and Dokdam's 5-0-10, and Ruler's got a 1.68 gold lead. He is obviously very ahead in terms of farm, but those shutdowns came in pretty massively there. It is jungle that has the lead still only for KT, and is a GA. There's a GA advantage for Cuz. Ruler just picked up the Terminus, so has that 4 items.
Yeah, he's going to be quite a bit more tanky in these fights, and we've seen a lot of times that Ruler, you know, especially in the closer fights, that he has been close to getting resets. And now maybe he does, as they're looking for a play here on a Chovy, trying to get the cleanse. There it is, the Mikhails.
Yep, Mikhail's been obviously seen the value for there, and not that long of a cooldown as well. Better to save the cleanse for later. They get the mid-tier 1, open the map up a bit, and Gen.G getting a lot of control in this area. This is ideal for them. This is how their comp wants to be played. Control the space. If anyone approaches, you have the stun card threat, and you can start to focus down targets one by one and try and limit the engage options from KT. It's so tense, this game.
I have no idea who's going to win. Like, I feel like there's no way to know. I think we say this all the time, but I think it just comes down to the way the team fights are executed and, you know, what the engage looks like. We've seen so many cool wraparounds with Hex Gates and Submarine Wukong stealthing in and getting the engage on a Ruler, but we've also seen Perfect TPing into 5 people and dying.
The thing is, every clear 5v5 team fight, KT have won, right? The one that Gen.G won was with Perfect being dead.
Yeah.
But
and it was close.
That was also the most recent one, and Gen.G got a huge influx of gold in the back of that. Yeah. It's hard to say. I think it's definitely close at this point, and it comes down to how well they execute. I think the hostile takeover value hasn't been super massive in a lot of these fights. So we'll see if Duro can get a massive ult, it could be the difference maker. Or also if someone on KT messes up, if Cuz or BDD don't get as much value as they have in these previous fights, it could be also something that really favors Gen.G. We've seen the boots upgrade come in for Ruler. We've seen Chovy now is full build with that Morellonomicon. Again, not like the most expensive or most desirable items.
Who's going to take the red? I mean, Cuz just got their red. You want the red for the fight, right?
Maybe saving it a little bit.
Are they just waiting until right before?
Yeah, maybe.
Because we've gotten a couple of zoom-ins now from Jonah Strong where he's like, I don't know, guys. It's been a heavy focus on total control over this river.
Yeah.
Which they do have.
Maybe Ruler goes for it now? No, he's going for the mid-wave. Okay, Canyon goes for it.
Okay.
Latest red buff possible.
Well, they're definitely going to have it up for the fight, so unless we're waiting around for like a couple minutes on the Drake.
And the thing is, KT have that advantage because they're 1 away from Soul, so Gen.G cannot afford to trade. between Baron and Dragon, which are spawning at the same time. Sorelda's secured for Docdam. Big spike for the Ezreal with that armor pen. Especially there's a lot of armor being picked up, even on the Callista.
Oh, Sunkar comes in, cuz that is the one guy you need if you are KT to be alive and ready for this fight.
Okay, that was a lot of damage. I didn't expect that much damage from the TF with those items. Still doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, and here comes Chovy once again, ghosting on in. They want to take a fight. They know Cuz is not here. Peter in a lot of trouble, has to flash away. And that he will. He gets out. Duro takes a bunch of damage. Cuz by himself. Destiny comes in. They have vision. But they're not quite able to land the Q. And now Chovy maybe overextended. The kick is massive. BDD gonna land that stun onto Canyon. Peter super low, but he's still going in. They want to get Keen in the front line, but Cuz goes very deep, goes into his GA. And now is going to respawn. And KT, they're so low, but so is Gen G. The flash on him for perfect. Oh. And he's very much alone. Needs to be careful if he lands another E. Oh, the ghouls, come on.
Wait, he can stall them out. A TP's coming in behind them. Oh. BDD's coming.
BDD. BDD, here he is. But the stun comes in and he goes in and dies. BDD dead. Oh, the stun. Oh, the damage rather. But they got the dragon.
They got the dragon. They got the dragon. Okay.
They got the soul. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Objective secured.
Just like that. Okay, it's that simple.
And they stole them out. The Ezreal bought some time as well. They're going to Baron. I'm not sure about this one, guys.
Oh, you got a TP. I mean, it's 4v1. Well, not only for now.
Keen's up very soon. Keen's up very soon. This is risky. This is risky business. This is risky business.
Well, they're doing a lot of damage to it, but Canyon certainly will have an angle, right? The Q is coming on in. He's not going to get it. The smite of Cuz is there once again. This guy rarely misses, and he's not going to miss in a game 5.
Just hit the smite. It's that simple. Just hit the smite. You know what? It's not risky if you don't miss the smite.
It's that simple.
It's that simple. Confidence from KT. They get the dragon. They get the Baron. Oh, man. Any heart doctors out there? I think the KT fans in the building might need some help. This was a tense fight because Gen G were playing their comp how they should, you know, creating the space, staying at a distance, trying to keep things controlled, and Cuz kind of just said, screw it, you know, I don't like this.
I'm just going to send it.
I'm just going to send it. And it wasn't clean, but it did kind of work. They got funneled into this choke. BDD wanted a better target, but he just took the closest target, hit Canyon. The AoE, the slows, made it messy. And everyone got chunked out. Those Qs coming out from Lissandra doing so much. And then Perfect was chasing people down with the ghouls. Everyone limping away on low HP. Oh, that was so close to Ruler going down. And then here.
Let's just get Lissandra is what he says. And they do.
Yeah, the exhaust comes in. And they're like okay, little spooky. And then here. Especially against a Lee Sin, who has the execute damage on his Q, it can be risky. You know, you're syncing up with your team, which is an advantage, but
my smite is so good.
He's not wrong.
He doesn't miss. Like, he just doesn't miss. I don't know how he does it. Must take a lot of practice.
You can see the slows coming in, make it so hard for Gen G. Oof. The thing is, they're already struggling against like the Lissandra, the Wukong. Now, once from top of you, you're never getting space again.
Yeah. Speaking of space, gaining some space, locking them down, but not pushing into the turret just yet. Poking down Canyon. They have to sync up these waves, but you see the Destiny Gate come out, and they're just not quite going for the push just yet.
Gotta care a bit about this poke that comes through from Gen G. Little spooky.
Canyon needs to get the Gromp. Does he actually need to get the Gromp at this very moment in time? Probably not.
I assume he's like got GA on this gold. I'm gonna assume.
Needs the red. Hold on, guys. Let me get the red.
You guys got the base, right?
I mean, they're not actually getting anything on this push. So technically the right call, even as weird as it looks. Unless they were actually going to look for a play while the push was coming in and they needed the kick. But they're not, so.
Yo, give me a minute, guys. I'm just going to get this red bow.
Yeah.
Yo, guys, can I take Grump too? Is that cool?
Wait, let me get the Krugs too. It's just 1 second.
You know what?
One moment.
You just mute your team and you just go.
All right, well, he got the Krugs, you know. Ships passing in the night.
Must be so confused if he saw it. He didn't see him. He didn't see him. Imagine if you saw him. Like, what? Huh?
Where's Lee Sin here?
What? Is that a Nico? There's no Nico in the game. Why would Nico be here anyway? What is going? Huh?
All right, let me just get this Rift Scuttle. One moment, guys. Wait, I just need this Rift Scuttle.
He is lowest gold in the game outside the support, so maybe maybe he does need it, guys.
He does.
Give him a pass.
Most damage goes to Duck Dom by a lot.
Yeah. Oh, the Hextech Soul's such an advantage.
Wait, he didn't get GA. He didn't have enough gold to get GA.
Oh, he put a control ward. He was he was saving up for the control ward.
Yeah. And we're not going to have action until this Elder spawns in minute 30.
Chovy sold his Morale-Omicron, now he's got a Rabadons. Now he's got the big damage.
Now he's cooking.
Now he's doing the big one-shot stun cards. We have a GA coming in for Doc Dam, Void Staff for BDD. People are approaching full build. But that's also a point, is that Chovy, you kind of capped out. You can only, there's a limit how many items you can buy. Oh, he's got the GA!
Yeah, he did it.
He did. Oh, it was all worth it. Yeah. It was all worth it.
He spent a little extra time farming. His own jungle was gone, so he's like, I'll just take the enemy jungle.
It was efficient, you know?
Yeah.
It took confidence to go for those plays. The red steal away, and they still have red buff.
It is going to be crazy if Canyon, invisible the entire day, comes in and like gets the mega kick that wins the game. And we're just like, oh.
Secure?
I guess that's
Canyon my POM.
Yeah. Jungle Canyon, and he's just really good. Like, what are you going to do?
That's how you, oh,
uh-oh. Chovy very much alone, and the ghouls are smacking.
Perfect finding. Chovy forcing the flash. Flash on TF so big.
Yeah.
To burn that cooldown. He does have Spellbook, so I assume he's going to be able to rotate it out. He does go for the Ghost instead, but it's a massive summoner to burn. And for a Yorick, at this stage, just to burn a flash like that is so big.
They have an angle up top. Canyon, we were just talking about him, but it's not that reliable.
It's so hard. It's so hard to find a kick against Nezreal.
How do you find the angle?
And again, so much CC, point and click CC. It's so difficult.
All right, position here on the Elder goes to KT.
Perfect can just start soloing it.
All right, Chovy. He does chunk the turrets, but this Elder is falling very quickly. Canyon trying to take the gate over straight into BDD. They could just take him down as the stun comes in, and Canyon is down to his GA. Already, they don't have a jungler. As down he goes.
Dead.
He's just dead. The smite should just go the way of Cuz. They're taking a lot of damage. BDD has the AoE in the pit, and it goes to Dom. Duck Dom gets it, and KT will take the fight. Chovy is down, and KT will do it.
KT are going to Worlds. They take down Gen G, their first best-of-5 loss since the LCK Cup, the upset of the year, and they book their ticket.
I just can't believe it. How did they actually do it, KT? Do you believe in miracles? You're seeing one right here. KT take down Gen G in 5 games.
What a performance. What a performance. And you know, this has been a team with so many ups and downs. Players, Peter was subbed out, subbed back in, so many question marks.
Duck Dom
to the Legend group, Duck Dom 2. And they come in and they take down Gen G. They had to take down Gen G in the upper bracket to secure their spot at Worlds, and they managed to do it in this manner as well. What a performance.
There you go. Qualified for Worlds 2025, just like that. You beat B&K, and you beat Gen G, and you go. They're high enough seed. They have secured at least a spot, and the tears are now flowing from all the fans that can hardly believe it. None of us believed it. None of us believed in them.
What a reward for the fans. You know, for the KT fans who've come through all the ups and downs of the roller coaster, this is the peak of the roller coaster. This is the peak of the roller. It doesn't get higher than this, guy. Oh, does it? Oh, does it, Brendan?
Maybe it does.
Maybe it does. We never know with KT.
It's always the lower seeds that somehow make a big run.
What a series, what a day, what a performance. And I feel like everyone had their moments. Oh, Peter! I love Peter!
KT are going up.
Up, up, up. And it was such a tense game 5 that was so far behind in the early levels.
There's a sign there that was like, please just give us one win.
Hey, they
just want one win.
One series win?
Yeah.
Delivered, you know?
Yeah, you did it.
They did it.
You got your one win. He crossed out the 1 and put in a 2, and then crossed that out and put in a 3. And BDD is back at Worlds.
And you know, BDD, I feel like he's had so many periods this year, so many times that people have been like, you know, BDD's playing great, but doesn't have the support. BDD's been doing great, but the team isn't quite there. And today we saw the team being there. The team was there for him, and he was there for the team. And sure, was it always clean? Was it always smooth sailing? No, but it's not going to be when you take down a team like Gen G. It's going to be hard. It's going to be grueling. But the team came together, and they thoroughly earned this spot at Worlds. Just what a performance. What a legendary series. And they came into this game 5, and they're like, you know what? We're just going to engage, and we're going to find the angles, and we're going to play against Keen's Rumble, we're going to play against Ruler's Callista, and they did, and they team fought their hearts out, and they absolutely earned their spot at Worlds.
100%. It was a grueling task, a grueling day for them. To have the stamina to go 5 games and still outplay Gen G in a game where, you know, they were just the better team.
Yep.
Like, there were some mistakes here and there, but they were the cleaner team. They were the better team today.
Absolutely were. They were the better team today. And it's so hard to say that when you're going up against a team like Gen G. And again, there was moments like, there's always going to be moments, because it's so hard to have a clean series against Gen G. And it's the fact that they bounce back. And moments like this where it feels like Gen G have a foothold and they still look for it. And that they still come together. And I also just love that Perfect, they were willing to give over the Rumble, and they were willing to say, you know, you can do it on the Yorick, and he's chasing Ruler down with the ghouls.
Those ghouls, they were slapping. And here, Cuz with the smite. Oh, just clean with it. Not even close, he says. This is the win moments.
This was tense as well, because they left Peter in the pit. They left Perfect in the pit to kind of just survive. He flashes out. They like kill the jungler. Cuz is low. And then it's Doctam, who ends up securing it. Look at his health. He went into GA a split second after.
Cuz couldn't get back in the pit. Barbaric screams from Peter and Cuz. BDD's like, guys, come on, focus. The game's not over. Game was over.
BDD's just BDD Perfect is just laser locked in. Look how happy Peter is.
Yeah, he's dead. He gets to do the full celebration. You know, he doesn't have to click or anything.
Doesn't matter what team you're a fan of, that brings you joy.
Yeah.
That brings you joy. Just love to see it.
It's beginning to hit perfect, and you can't believe it, you know? The coach just couldn't believe it, too. It's just chaos in there. And the goal difference graph, also chaos. I do think that Tempo vibes were pretty heavily in favor of KT that game after that one fight that proved that it was like, oh, we're so far behind after the laning phase, but it doesn't matter. Yeah. We can still win team fights.
Just team fight. Just engage. Wow. It's still, the series just happened, and I'm still amazed that series just happened. That was crazy. That was honestly one of the craziest series I've ever had the pleasure to cast or see or experience. Yeah, that happened.
I'm still in shock. I'm looking at the numbers. They don't mean anything to me. I'm just
and you
like,
know what? It also makes everything so cool, because, you know, we were going to have 3 teams locked in.
POM is Cuz. I think this makes a lot of sense. Even with how good BDD was, I think Cuz, the gap in the jungle was just because of Cuz.
Both BDD and Doctam had some great carry performances in the game. Because this was just such a massive jungle gap, it was unreal. His play was unreal. Other than the Skarner game, which is like, as soon as they got him back on the carry, it was just carry central.
Not his fault. They're like, you got to play one game of Skarner. He's like, all right. And guys, we're going to have an interview at the space with Score, who I think they named him the Draft Magician. There were some of these drafts where I was like, how did he manage this? How did he do that?
Also, as a fellow jungler, I think we'll be very proud of the jungle performance on the Rift today.
And we're also going to be hearing from Cuz, and it looks like Duckdom was out there on the stage. BDD pretty emotional, and there he is. He's also getting ready with Kayan there backstage before the space. Cool shot there. So guys, we do have the interview now. That was an awesome series. Let's go to the interview.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Sierra for the post-match interview translation in playoffs round 2, where KT just got their first best-of-5 victory against Gen.G for the first time after 8 years. Please welcome Cuz, the POM, and Duckdom. Cuz, you said you really wanted this win badly. With that victory over Gen.G, you have advanced to the next round and secured a spot for Worlds. How do you feel? I felt like going to Worlds this way would be a dream come true, and I feel like it just feels so amazing that it actually did come true. All your fans are just so touched and so happy, and BDD was even crying. So what were you guys talking about? You know, we were all screaming going back into the green room, and yeah, I saw BDD crying. And honestly, BDD, he's just so dedicated. Although he definitely does play around a little bit, he's so serious about the game. And Duckdom, you were also just as amazing. And they actually picked you today, your opponent. So how does it feel to hand over a loss to the team that chose you? Up to this point, I don't think I had won against Gen.G in my career, actually. And I think I just tried to tell myself, and this was the moment that proved myself that there is no wall that I'm unable to break. And Cuz, you know, your opponent Gen.G had only one loss in the regular season, and you took them down 3-2. So what gave you the upper hand in today's victory? You know,